to my channel. I hope you're good. Today I'm gonna share with you all-time favorite Netflix shows that I can rewatch all over again all the time. So let's start. The first show that I love is Vikings, and you probably already heard about that. It's a really popular show in general on Netflix. It's a kind of historical drama about a farmer who becomes a fearless warrior and then starts fight for the land and all of that. And for me, it's one of the best shows, because I love how the characters develop there, you know, how they changes through the seasons. It's not like all the same, and it's like in general really interesting to watch. I cannot tell that it's like obviously 100%, you know, historical. There's like, you know, yeah, not real information sometimes. However, I mean, it's still a show, right? So anyway, it's one of the best that I can rewatch all the time. I probably rewatch already a few seasons because that's how much I love the Vikings. So the number two, I think it was like on the first and the second place last year of all TV shows in the world, Breaking Bad. We all know what is that. I just love this kind of simple, at the same time rare situation that a simple teacher becomes, you know, kind of a drug maker and all of that. He gets cancer. We all know the story, and for me, it's kind of so not typical show, you know. When it actually came, when the Breaking Bad in general came, I was kind of shocked that they show that much reality in a show, and I was just shocked how much, you know, death, killing and all of that, there's like blood inside, how they deal with the bodies and all of that. So it's kind of, yeah, really real and interesting show, and if you haven't watched it, guys, start now. The third one is Daredevil, and Daredevil is just like one love, because I generally really love to watch, you know, kind of superheroes movies like Wonder Woman, Avengers and all of that. I'm generally into, you know, like fantasy and all of that. But yeah, Daredevil, it's kind of, he is, in my opinion, some sort of a superhero, despite the fact he has no real superpowers, you know. He is actually a blind person. He taught himself everything, like to fight and all of that, like he got help, but you know what I mean. And he still, despite the fact he's just a, you know, a normal person who cannot really, you know, fight properly because he is blind, still he does it. He is one of the best, I mean, in the fights, and he fights for the truth. He fights for, you know, fairness in the whole town, and it's just like crazy how the character also develops, how much interesting thought he gives in the show, and I just love Daredevil. It's so much inspiration when you're watching this show. It's just like really cool. I really give you as an advice to watch it if you haven't watched it, because it's just amazing show. Number four, I love this. I watched it already 2 times because I just love this show, Narcos. You probably heard it. I mean, in general, there's so many different TV shows about Pablo Escobar. I think there's even like one show that is in general called Pablo Escobar. But in my opinion, Narcos from Netflix is just one of the best, you know, in general show about Pablo Escobar. First of all, it's really, I don't know how to really explain it. It's like they've done an amazing job showing his biography. Even the characters there, they look like 99% alike as in real life before. Like they even show you like a picture, for example, or Pablo or his wife and his children's, and in the show, like in episodes, it looks like 99% the same. That's how good their job are done. It's just like unbelievable. And in general, you know, the whole atmosphere when you're watching Narcos. I mean, I watched like the first season like in 2 days. That's how much I loved this, because it was so amazing. The quality, you know, the way they do in general, like each episode. It's so cool. Like guys, if you haven't watched exactly this show about Pablo Escobar, I really suggest you, because it's like one of the best, of my opinion, biographies of Pablo Escobar. Another TV show that I really like is How to Get Away with Murder. It's kind of long title, but it's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I actually watched this year, not this year, like on 2019, the How to Get Away with Murder. But before, so many people were like, Anna, you haven't watched it? Anna, you haven't watched it? Why? And I was like, really, why? So I watched it and I fell in love. I'm gonna say like that. The first few seasons are just amazing. I can rewatch, however, the last ones are kind of, yay, maybe not as good as the first ones. You know, as usually happens with you know, shows. After a few seasons, they're not as good as the first seasons. Anyway, it's really cool. I mean, the whole title kind of tells you already about what is the show. It's about kind of the young people who are in university and they're studying and trying to become lawyers, and they have a subject that kind of, you know, the name is How to Get Away with the Murder and all of that, and in the end they kill someone and they try to get away with the murder. So I mean, it's kind of straightforward about what is the episodes, but the way they done it is something new, in my opinion. Like, I haven't watched something like this before, and again, the whole atmosphere, the way they show it, everything is kind of realistic, so I really like it. Another show is, I would say, Orange is the New Black. Again, maybe not everyone actually gonna like it, especially guys, because the whole show is around women in a jail. However, yeah, I mean, despite the fact this is just about a woman, like woman jail, it's so interesting episodes. Like each episode, something new happens, something really unbelievable and interesting that you just kind of sitting there and sometimes being like, what? How? You know, like, how? Anyway, it's like, it's really cool show. There's not really like, you know, a lot to tell about like what is about the show, because again, as just said, it's about a woman who got to the jail, actually didn't even know that she will get there. And yeah, everything is happening there with her, because for her it's like really crazy an experience, because she was living a proper life, you know, everything was nice, she had a husband and all of that, and then everything just in 1 second changes. So yeah, it's kind of really interesting also to see how the person can change in general being in a jail. What can happen, how it's to be around, you know, thousands of women, how can it influence you as a person, how, you know, the whole jail system kind of works and all of that. So it's kind of really interesting. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you, because it's, yeah, it's just like really interesting, you know, you cannot stop. If you started and you watch a few episodes, you just want to know what's coming next. Number 7. For number 7, I put together 2 shows. Don't judge me, because for me they're kind of equal. I cannot choose one of them because I even started to watch them in the same time. It's The Big Bang Theory, all-time favorite, and How I Met Your Mother. There is like a fans of the Big Bang, there's fans of How I Met Your Mother, some hate, you know, each show, some love both shows and all of that. For me, it's just like something, I I don't know, I just love these shows. I started to watch so long time ago that I cannot even imagine my life without these two shows. It's kind of when I'm ill, when I don't feel really good, I'm just lying in bed, I always watch the Daredevil, Big Bang or How I Met Your Mother, because for some reason it just makes me feeling so good and kind of, you know, remembering old times, and in general it's like really kind shows, nothing really bad happens, like blood and killing, all of that. No, it's like more family shows, and probably that's why I love them that much. And if the Terror Big Bang also has like a humor there, I really like it actually, and How I Met Your Mother as well, maybe a little bit more stupid humor, but it's still really cool, you know. Both of the shows is like on my top list if I'm ill and I just, you know, I don't care what to watch, I just need something going on. It's one of these shows that I can rewatch over and over again. Like, I have no idea, there's probably some episodes that I already watched like, I don't know, 10-20 times, just because they're really short. And what I love is that you don't really need to, you know, like sit and like literally watch the episode. For example, like a Game of Thrones, if you're watching Game of Thrones, you cannot go and cook or something like that. You literally need to sit and really seriously watch, you know, not to lose, you know, any moment, any seconds what they're showing about. With Terror Big Bang or How I Met Your Mother, you can actually cook and kind of listen what is happening there. Number 8. Number 8 is a Modern Family. It's kind of, you know, the same idea of the show. It's a family show. There's nothing really bad happening, like killing and dying and all of that. It's really a nice and calm show, again, kind of about the family, and yeah, I just like it. It's really chilled, you know, you don't really need to think a lot when you're watching the shows, kind of just, yeah, if you want to have a chill day, chill evening, or I'm just lying in a bath and I have no idea what to watch, it's one of the shows that I'm gonna just put, you know, sit, lie and enjoy the episodes. Number 9. Number 9, we all know this. It's kind of a Lost. If you haven't watched it, like, what have you done in your life? A Prison Break. We all know what it's about a brother who, like, specifically got into the prison to save his brother and all of that, the tattoos. We all know the story. I mean, it's probably from 2005, right? It's really old actually, but we all know the show, right? So I don't need to explain why I like it, because at that time when it came in 2005, it was just like a huge boom. There was no such show as a Prison Break. Nobody have done something really similar. Yes, there was like a Shawshank movie or something like that, but like as an episode, no, especially tattoos and all of that. It was so cool. Like, I was watching this and I was like, whoa. So again, it's kind of, you know, because I started to watch in 2005, I kind of, you know, continue watching this, so that's why I can say it's like all-time favorite, because no matter what, I still kind of watch it again. And number 10, it's, again, don't judge me, it's another 2 shows, because again, I cannot really choose, because from one side, the first one is American Horror Story. I'm not gonna lie, I hate actually horror movies and, you know, episodes, but American Horror Story is one of these only shows that I can actually watch and not like I'm being scared. It's just like I don't, you know, feel yeah, like I don't want to watch it. So I actually like it. I think the 3rd season was horrible, but in general, like, American Horror Story is actually a pretty cool show. And at the same time, I would say that I actually like more show Limitless. However, I cannot, because for some reason, I have no idea why, they closed the show after the 1st season, and it's just one of the biggest mistakes that I can imagine, because in my opinion, it's really cool, it's really new. Limitless, it's about a person who kind of find out that there's like a special drug that kind of increases your brain ability. And so he starts to work with the police, and they kind of they give him this medicine, because for him it's not like a drug, it's like literally like a medicine which helps him to really get really smart in a second, and he can see, you know, different stuff that other people won't. Some sort of Sherlock Holmes, but with the help. So in my opinion, it's like really cool show. I have no idea why they closed it. I think it's like one of the biggest mistakes, but again, you know, for some people it's a nice show. As for me, for others they're gonna say yeah, it's just a simple drug story, the same, you know, something similar already was there. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope now you know what I'm watching. I'm not gonna lie, it's not only just these 10 shows that I think are perfect. I like so many different shows like House of Cards, Dynasty, and so many others, but the thing is that I'm shared with you, like, you know, like all-time favorites that I'm ready to rewatch, and I think it kind of tells you a lot about like how much I actually like the show if I'm really ready to rewatch. So thank you very much for your time guys. Don't forget to subscribe and put some likes, and see you in the next one. Bye.